This is, without a doubt, my favourite RPG game of all time. And not just because it's set in the Star Wars universe. Admittedly, that helps. But this is a great RPG in its own right. Not just for fans of the franchise.
Commentary. Organic meat bags have such delicate staminas. Perhaps you should consider some cybernetic implants, Master.
There is very little that can actually be said about the plot, however, without giving away anything major. But the game is set 4,000 years before the days of the Galactic Republic.
Answer. There are a lot of politicians on Coruscant, Master. I could spend decades slaughtering them and still not make a dent.
A Sith Lord known as Darth Malak is unleashing an attack on the Republic. The Jedi are weak, scattered across the galaxy. You, a Republic soldier, will gather a small group together and find your mission is to rescue Bastila Shan. God.
Commentary. I say we blast the meat bag and save you the trouble, Master.
You, a soldier, will gather a small group together and find your mission is to rescue Bastila Shan, a Jedi Sentinel who is the key to winning the war against the Sith.
Statement. Should I, Master? I had no reason to terminate those targets. It was not my decision. I am the weapon, not the wielder.
In time, you'll learn about your own Force sensitivity and be trained as a Jedi. But to go beyond this point would give away a major plot twist, which is something that you can experience for yourself by playing the game.
Commentary. The meat bag speaks without clarity. Detail this agreement or the Master will splatter your organs all over the floor.
The game gives you a number of dialogue options which can result in different quests, can control whether you're aligned with the dark or light sides of the Force, and also varies depending on your gender or abilities you've selected.
Query. Can I kill him now, Master? I would like ever so much to crush his neck. Just a little. It is a long-time fantasy of mine.
The combat is nice in a semi-turn-based style, more akin to games like Baldur's Gate. There are a variety of classes and abilities you and your party can... There are a variety of classes...
Expletive. Damn it, Master. I am an assassination droid, not a dictionary.
There's also a variety of classes and abilities that you and your party can learn as the game progresses, and it allows you to make a fair amount of tactical choices on the battlefield as the game progresses. Now, I know this may not be everyone's choice, but there is one thing that is for certain. This game is leaps and bounds ahead of Final Fantasy. In terms of combat, characterization, and story. If you haven't got it already, get it played.
Hey, you can't just rip me to pieces. I'll die.
Amendment. I did forget that. Stupid, frail, non-compartmentalized organic meat bag.
So your dog died, huh? So, does that mean you wanna go out? Hello? Hello? Is that a yes? I'll even go on the record to say that this is the best RPG game that there is. Even better than Final Fantasy. But you know, the Dragon Quest series has never gotten much notice in North America. I don't know what you want me to say about this game. Either you picked it up back in 2005, or you're like me and you grabbed it in 2007. That is when I graduated from high school. Yeah. In my last semester, I just spent like weeks at home. I didn't go to classes and I just played this game. That is the extent of my obsession. It is a traditional turn-based RPG. You have a party of 4 characters. You can't rename them. Any of them. Only the hero. He's the guy in the yellow coat and red bandana. He doesn't talk. He isn't like Mario or Link. It works, okay? This silent protagonist thing works. It has an amazing symphonic soundtrack. Only for the US release, I believe. It is fully voice acted, which I love. Square Enix used the UK localization for the North American release, which is a little lazy. But I'm not complaining, having all English voice actors is such a treat. It wouldn't have the same impact if it were all American-Canadian voice actors. The one tragedy of this game is it has been on the PlayStation 2 for the longest time. Yeah. And crappy interlaced, with screen tearing and frame rate dropping to like 10 in certain areas. But I'm sure for Sony fanboys, this is perfectly acceptable.
Oh yeah!
Had it been on the original Xbox, it would be locked at a solid 60 frames per second and 480p widescreen with 5.1 Dolby surround sound.
By now, everybody should know that I'm a Phantasy Star 4 nutcase. So, everything I've said about the game, I've said in a million videos I've done about it before. So, who better to explain why this is the greatest RPG of all time than me of yesteryear?
Why I felt so naked last night. It's Phantasy Star 4, End of the Millennium. Uncircumcised, sensual. I didn't play this game until the PS2. You know, with my bottles of vodka. Fun fact, we couldn't afford a washing machine, so I downloaded a washing machine. Oh my god, it's a monster. Get him! Oh no! I'm not a really big RPG player. Oh no, what am I doing? I don't want to go to bed yet. No, fuck that. For a panty raid. Watch. You watching? Come on, pleasure to meet you. Some fucking XP. I know what I'm doing, honestly, I know what I'm doing. I said it's always wheeling and dealing in this game. For the man who plans ahead. Done! I know I'm not cheating, I'm not using any cheats or anything. I like the Zimas and the Schmurn of Eich. And here's another boss. Fucking music. This shit just happens! Freaking badass. Fit as hell. A planet, which exploded. Little bit part of the story. This might hurt me. Shit the storm. Mango, juice man. Oh yeah. All graphite. Just talking about juice. I need to get some free money. No, stop it! No. Stop hitting on that counter ladies waiting, they're married. Counter ladies. Yay! It's the stripper time. Shaking their asses. Oh, it's lovely. What's this dude's problem? You know, this game is always surprising me. I think I would have done more damage if I fed him a gun. Fuck's sake! I've just defeated a boss. Christ's sake! Game! Get ready to crime feel right now. Go no further. There's nothing I can do. In my head, it's Lydia. Lydia Tower, like labia. I wasn't vodka. Something's happened. And this is where Final Fantasy VII gets its death scene inspiration from, I'm sure. It's a fucking brilliant game. I was very drunk the first time I played this. I wasn't vodka. Same thing that killed Elise. Black Energy Wave. Chaz just shrugged it off like it was nothing. It's a shame. It's Danarika now. Well, I did it. Penguins! It's Zombie Town. Zombie. Absolutely wasted. In this game, the rate that these guys come at me is freaking stupid. Exactly what we were hoping for. Let's do this! Bollocks. Yes! Come on! That's beautiful! Every time you defeat like a big boss like that, especially Dark Force, the game makes you think that you might have completed the game. This is Seth. Seth is a dick. Don't be like Seth. Welcome, this is the end. 75 Maseta, would you care to stay? That's my old woman voice. Oh fuck! You're a bastard, Morris. You see his penis right there, don't you? His Dark Force penis. Moreover, the planet's orbit is highly ellipticable. Yes! I'm going for a piss. Oh, yeah. Game complete, and there's no one here to watch it. Thanks, guys. Freaking love you. I could not give a fuck if you think Final Fantasy's better. It just isn't.
How's it going, everybody? Sonic Fan here, and I'm going to talk about my favorite RPG of all time, Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII was one of the first RPG games to have a multi-million-dollar budget due to the scope and size of the game, and because of how big the story of the game was, it had to be spread out across 3 CDs. The game became so successful it had many different spin-off titles tied to Final Fantasy VII, such as Crisis Core and Dirge of Cerberus. Also, a CGI movie called called Advent Children, which is pretty great in my opinion. The scenes are fantastic. The gameplay is well made, using turn-based combat to attack enemies. Not only that, but you can also steal the enemy's abilities and use their abilities against them. And the music is outstanding. Each track in the game pulls a different emotion from the player as the game goes on. Love, loss, and many other emotions that the game tries to pull from the player to make them feel invested in this grand adventure of an RPG. The characters in Final Fantasy VII are well written, and every single one has a distinct personality that makes each character stand out. The main protagonist, Cloud Strife, an ex-mercenary for Soldier who wants to prove his worth to those around him. Then there's also Tifa Lockhart, the love interest and childhood friend of Cloud, who convinces him to join the resistance group Avalanche to fight Sephiroth. Fuck! Aerith Gainsborough, who is the last of the Sentra, an ancient race of magical beings. And yes, the actual pronunciation of her name is Aerith, not Eris. That was a mistranslation. And yes, the actual pronunciation of her name is Aerith, not Eris. That was a mistranslation by Squaresoft. Also, the badass of the whole game, Vincent Valentine, a former member of the Turks with a mysterious past. Sid Highwind, a mechanic who dreamed of being the first man in space but failed, among a few other main characters that you encounter throughout the game. Final Fantasy VII is a great RPG that anyone can experience and will enjoy playing it for many hours, as it is one of the greatest RPGs ever made and it will stand the test of time. This is one RPG many gamers will enjoy for years to come.